Very glad I thought of that. Next time that happens, if you remember, if you'd remind me in the chat. So sorry about that. We missed the first couple of minutes of this. So we're doing Trembling Mountain and the Taiji twist. And we're going to be focusing on clouds today in this segment. And with all of these movements and practices, do this at your own pace. I'm doing this based on how I'm feeling right now. You may want to really do this faster. Maybe your mind's real busy, or maybe you got a lot of physical energy or something, or do it deeply, do it faster. Maybe you're very calm. You're feeling very balanced, harmonious, and then you just do it slowly. This holds true for everything we're doing. The point of this is to tune into your life force energy, to tune into how you're feeling and what effect these practices have on you physically and mentally. Okay? So you can even really, this is a practice here. This is fine. Maybe you've been driving in a car for hours and you stop at a rest stop and you kind of go out somewhere on the grass and you just really need to do something bigger. And this is great. Okay, good. Let's slowly let go of the turning movement and just come back into the Trembling Mountain. And we'll come back to this movement later. This is a very basic and important movement in Qigong. Okay, let's slowly reduce the movement. And now our attention naturally will go to the posture. Just sort of check the chin. Maybe you need to tuck the chin a little. Let go of the shoulders. Turn the palms facing each other a little bit. Okay. Now, in addition to breathing air in and out of the nose, we use the imagination and the sense of touch and pretend the whole body is breathing, which it is. Every cell in the body is breathing. So we're breathing in through the pores of the skin from all directions, enlivening the body. We're breathing out the pores of the skin in all directions. And this sort of forms a kind of an area around the body. Or maybe it's heat, humidity. The body is radiating electromagnetic energy, heat, and humidity. So it does exist in kind of a cloud. Okay, so let's go into wave hands through clouds. Okay, so begin with this position. And again, the upper hand is opposite the middle dantian, the lower hand opposite the lower dantian. And as if there's a string connecting the centers of the palms right at the midline. That's the posture. This is a meditation posture. If you move the hands closer, you may begin to feel some resistance or something. You move them farther away. Maybe feel you're sort of stretching this rubber band. My teacher, Tricia Yu, calls this pulling taffy. Okay, and so then, but this is the beginning point. Now we're going to do the Tai Chi twist. We're going to just turn in the direction of the upper hand, turn to the right. The hands don't move. Turn to the right. Now switch the position of the hands. And then back to center. Now turn to the left, the direction of the upper hand. Switch the hands. The hands remain at the center line of the body. When you completely twist, then you switch. You might want to widen your stance a little. Okay. And then do this, just do this beautifully. Do this as if it's a swimming stroke in some warm turquoise water. Some white sand beach. And just moving through that light, moving hands through clouds. And then you can let go of kind of the rigidity of that pose. Let your hands, make your hand movements get bigger if you want to. Or you can keep it smaller and more compact. Or reversing left and right, reversing up and down. And the visualization is we're moving through a cloud. We're waving hands through clouds. And of course, be aware of your breath. Move in some rhythm with the breath. And you can do this movement faster if you want, as long as you maintain rhythm with the breath. And we're doing this in the front, and we're also, there's an echo of this happening in the back too. So we're doing this all around. And there's this environment all around the body. Okay. Now let's go ahead and make it bigger. And now we're going to lift the hands. So this is called turning the body to look at the moon. Okay, reduce the movements. And let's reduce the movements even more until you arrive back at where you began. Just notice sensations in the body. And now notice, if you move your hands closer together, see how that feels. Separate the hands. Okay, very good. Now let's just flip the hands over. This is the same movement, but it's external. So this is a balancing heaven and earth movement. And the first one was internal, and this is external. So the palm that's connecting up into the sky, the other one down into the earth, and then we're flipping. So we're balancing left and right, up and down, movement and stillness. The stillness is the consciousness, the awareness of the movement, the space in which the movement is occurring is ever present. And let's reduce the movement. Return to the first position. And let the hands move with the breath. So they separate with the in-breath. Move closer with the out-breath. Reduce the movements. Okay, now let's put the palms facing each other, elbows facing, parting the clouds. So we're surrounded by clouds or clouds way above us. Extend the attention. How would it feel to reach way up into the clouds? And then separate the clouds. The light shines down, fills the whole body. Okay, down into standing one. Repeat, in-breath up. Breathe normally. Extend, and extending our sense of touch way up, way up, way up. And then down. Separating, opening, receiving. Moving through clouds. Okay. And one more. Okay, so there's a whole tradition, very complex, of doing healing Qigong. Energy practitioners can heal certain things or can accelerate healing. And the image is rainbow clouds. Okay. So in this practice, I'm going to bring the hands up, starting with your dominant hand. Just reach out. Probably want to close your eyes here. Reach out beyond the edge of the universe to the rainbow clouds. Extend and gather some of the rainbow cloud. Bring it back into the heart and circulate it through the body. Okay. And then other hand, reach out beyond the edge of the universe to where the rainbow clouds and bring that healing light, fill it into the body. So the Buddha called this the breath body. Taoists called it the light body. So this is healing for the physical body. It's also healing for this energy body, the chi itself, which transcends birth and death, which existed long before this particular form that you are in, and will exist long after. This is healing this energy body, harmonizing it with this life, with physicality. Let's do one more on each side. Relax. Focus on the out breath. Relax the body, let go. With the in breath, this rainbow light in the body gets brighter. With the out breath, it extends out, moves through the pores of the skin in all directions. This light lights up each organ. The lungs are white, heart is red. The liver is green. Spleen is yellow. Digestive system is pink. Kidneys are blue. The body is filled with this light. And then radiating it out. Just as we radiate heat. Okay, very good. Let's return to standing. Okay, let's go ahead now and take our seat. There are many internal Qigong practices called Qigong, and we'll do one of them. So as before, we just gently settle into your sitting posture. You want the body to be relaxed, calm, and upright. And often that means tucking the chin, because we tend to sort of lift the chin and lean forward, particularly as we age. We tend to sort of bend forward. So we're sitting upright. We're aware of the sensations of the seated body. And this can be sort of the feet, the floor can be hard or soft, it can be warm or cold, smooth or rough. There's all these ways that things feel. But however they feel, the fundamental quality of sensation is this tingling, this kind of electric tingling. And the whole body is tingling, it's vibrating, it's impermanent, it's alive. Every cell in the body has a life. Every organ is living. We can feel this directly. And what we're feeling is the life force energy itself, universal life force energy in all living things, not personal. Okay, so this is a very ancient Qigong practice. It requires imagination and sensation. If visualization is not your strong suit, that's okay. The more important thing is the felt sense of it. Okay, so we're going to drop our attention down the center of the body, down into the lower dantian, to the belly, inside the body. And we'll just imagine this part of the body as this big cauldron, or big space that's enclosed. The teaching is a cauldron. It's the form. And the cauldron is filled with water. This is the water in the organs, water in the body. Now, this is not far off from what it really is. So in the belly, there's this cauldron filled with water. And it's on a fire. This is the warmth of the body, the heat of the body. And we're going to utilize the breath to fan the fire that's down in the body, in the lower dantian. So it gets bigger and hotter. We're bringing heat so that the water heats up. And you can feel the heat in the body. And we're focusing on this certain area, and the water in there is heating up. The breath is fanning the heat, the fire. Water in the cauldron is getting hotter and hotter. And soon the water begins to boil. And we use the breath now. The steam is coming out in volumes, filling the inside the body. And we use the breath to circulate the steam. So we breathe in, we breathe up the spine, inside the body. Breathe out down the front of the body, and we're circulating. The breath is like a wind that's circulating all of this steam through the body. So we're aware of this heat and this humidity, this wateriness in the whole body. Every cell in the body is filled with water. Every cell in the body is warm. We're expanding on this reality using the mind. And we're circulating this fog, warm fog, through the body. Okay, very good. And now we imagine that the spine is this column, like a bamboo, very big bamboo. It's empty. With the out breath, we're going to shoot this white steam or fog up into the brain. So take a deep in-breath. Shoot this up inside the body, up the spine, up into the brain. And we use the breath. We're circulating this fog, this warm mist all throughout the brain. Cleansing the brain, washing it, absorbing anything unneeded, massaging the brain. And when you're ready, we're going to shoot that out through the middle of the forehead, out in front of us with the out breath. And it drops down into the earth as compost. Okay, and now repeat. Take a deep in breath. With the next out breath, shoot the warm fog up into the brain. Wash and cleanse, massage the brain. And then when you're ready, then shoot out. We'll repeat this a few times. And you can transition into just in breath, bring it up into the head, out breath, out. And once this is done a number of times, then you can just continue the microcosmic orbit. So circling the attention up the spine, through the brain, down the inside front of the body, and repeat. Okay, very good. And now let's move to breathing the stars. So we breathe in, we're breathing in the light of the sun, the moon, the stars. We're breathing it in through the pores of the skin, lighting up the torso. We breathe it out in all directions. So as if we're suspended in the cosmos, surrounded by all the stars, we breathe the stars in, the body lights up, the cosmos is dark. We breathe the light out, the stars return to their places, the body gets empty. We've gone beyond the clouds now into just light and dark. The darkness is luminous. Very little separation between inside the body and outside the body. The skin is permeable. And then you may notice this, just the visualization and so on just calms down. And it just becomes the sensations of the breath. Sensations of the sitting body. We can extend our consciousness out in all directions, very far, so that we're bigger than just this sitting body. And then we can concentrate the attention within the body to the felt sense of the body. And move the attention to very, very big and diffused, to very focused and concentrated. The body is also made up of space. The mind is space. The space around the body is the space in which forms appear on earth. The space of the mind is the space in which objects of mind appear, that is, thoughts. The space around the body is vast. The space of the mind is vast. The space of the mind and the space of the body are the same. The awareness of the body arises and passes away moment to moment. The awareness of the senses arises and passes away moment to moment. The awareness of the mind arises and passes away moment to moment. What remains is awareness itself. Awareness is present. It's appropriate for a small smile to appear. The smile of the awakened one. Who is here now. And the body is a physical form. It's also very much like a cloud. Okay, and let's slowly begin to move fingers, toes, move the body a little bit. And this sense, this felt sense of the body can be imagined as cloud-like. This is very useful because if we're in a situation where barbs are coming at us, harsh language, something difficult, pain arising in the body or through the senses, when we're in difficult situation, we can raise up a shield or put on our armor to protect ourselves. And that's okay. The downside is it hardens us to empathy and compassion. If in the midst of difficulty, in the midst of attacks, we become a cloud, all of this can pass through moment to moment. And we don't have to armor ourselves. So we still have the possibility of connection, of empathy and compassion. Particularly if, say, we have a fight with someone we love. If we armor ourselves, we're shutting them out. If we go into the breath, evoking the sense of a cloud, all of this can pass through us, and we can remain fluid enough when this passes to stay connected. Armoring and shielding, sometimes appropriate. Being a cloud, sometimes appropriate. You can sense the presence of this cloud. Its consciousness, its tingling, its moisture, its presence of the body. Okay. So let's go ahead and fully return. Stay in your Qigong state of being. And I'll now exit and upload the video.